Hey coaches, appreciate you tuning in to my YouTube channel. I'm going to walk through several different things I've done this week, kind of wrap up a lot of what we've done, and then today we're going to talk about double team drill, which is a drill that can be taught a couple different ways. I'm going to give you one of the ways that we like to teach it. So basically I've walked through offensive line 101. If this is the first time you've seen one of these, I would go back and look at all the other offensive line blocks we hit. Basically I just did a general overview of what that block means, and then how that block is usually executed, and then gave a couple different tips. If you want more information, I've got it on my website. You can email me at fbcoachsimpson@gmail.com, or you can even go to CoachTube, and there's a lot of those courses on there. I will be dropping that coach's manual. I'm excited that it's offensive line manual. I'm sorry. It should be coming out here in the next probably week or two. We're very, very close on it. We'll have these drills, other drills, and other things we do to help our offensive line. Really do believe this is where you win and lose football games. I think that was proven in the Super Bowl this year. As usually every year people forget about this until those games get determined by the offensive line. Today we're going to talk about double teaming. There's a couple ways to teach double team blocks, so I don't want you to think this is the only way to do it. Zone teams are probably going to have a different flavor of how they teach this than I am. We're a very heavy gap running team, so we start off teaching this way, but we will also teach the old school zone team where you're going to get hip to hip, four hands on the defensive player, and you're going with your eyes on the second level. We don't do a lot of that. I don't feel really qualified. Definitely put it on YouTube. I can kind of go through a few things, but what we have taught, because we're much more of a gap team, is we're going to teach the post and knock. And we got this from a couple different people. It's a very power-oriented type of blocking scheme. But basically what that means is the post man is responsible for vertical push. So we want to get vertical push, make sure this guy is not going to push us backward, and then our knock player is going to literally knock him over a gap so that our post player can seal him, and then the knock player will go on to second level. And so it's just a simple technique. A lot of teams use it, especially our power type teams. But in this scenario, if we're doubling the nose to backside linebacker, the center becomes our post player. So he is going, I'm not going to get into all the steps and stuff because I'm here in my basement and I probably would look dumb anyway doing it. But basically, he's going to take his outside arm and he's posting this player. He's not going to go ahead and turn his shoulders, because if this guy blitzes, he's got to come off on him. But we want to go ahead and get that arm here. We're getting vertical push, and I'm going to stay on him unless this guy blitzes. If he blitzes, the knock guy is going to end up taking the nose, and I'll take the blitzing linebacker. Okay, obviously that takes a lot of reps and a lot of communication. Okay, our knock player is going to gather step upfield and then literally knock him in the ear hole with our shoulder. So it'll be with our inside shoulder. So we're getting post, I'm gathering, galloping towards, I'm going to knock him with my shoulder. My eyes are up here as well, because again, like we just talked about, if this guy shoots, I'm going to stay engaged there. That's my guy. Okay? If he doesn't, if he's a scraper, which is probably 80% of the time what we're going to get, then the center will overtake him, because our theory is we should move this guy this direction. The center should overtake him. Now my knock guy can come off on the second level player, and now we've created a gap, which is all we're trying to create in a gap scheme. Okay? That's usually how the block works. How we're going to practice this is the coach is going to set up right here, and he's going to be telling this guy where to go. So your other player is going to be in there. A lot of times we even teach with a dummy so they can work on the footwork and not just trying to crush some poor scout team defensive lineman. We'll put a dummy there. We'll work the footwork. The coach will tell him, do I want you to shoot or do I want you to scrape? And our guys have got to communicate that thing out. And then, of course, as you watch film on your opponent, you have a pretty good idea what you're going to see. Of course, if he walks up, there won't be a double team, because now it's just going to be a simple down-down block for us. That's how we teach the post and knock. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basic idea of how you would teach a post and then a knock concept. The main thing is make sure that we're seeing what's going on here, but we don't want to leave this guy. So I've seen this too many times where both guys go on the linebacker and we leave the defensive lineman unblocked. So we tell them, if you're ever unsure, it's ever unclear, stay on this first level player, and then we can always RPO and change our scheme for the second level player if we have to. But that's been a good drill for us. That's been a good way to teach that for us, because now we're creating a little bit of vertical push, but a whole lot of horizontal push, which is what we really want in a gap scheme. We want to push guys out of gaps and spread the hole open so that we can hit it with our running back, wrapping guard, inserting fullback, whatever we're trying to do. Appreciate you guys kind of walking through this with me the past week or so, and that's our basically offensive line 101 drills. I've got a lot more of these coming out in that coaching offensive line manual that'll be dropping here pretty soon. And again, if you want specific things that we do inside of our offense, go to my website. There's all kinds of materials on there, or go to Coach Tube. There's all kinds of materials on there. If you haven't done so already, I would appreciate if you'd like and subscribe to this channel. To me, I'm hoping to put out a lot of different materials on this and hoping it can benefit you in the future. Thank you for your time.